What if your greatest version is still buried beneath everything you were too afraid to become? That's the great question. And if it even slightly stirs something inside you, then this moment is yours. Because here's the truth. We don't break down because we're weak. We break down because we've been strong for far too long in silence. You know the feeling, like you're screaming behind your smile, like your heart is a storm pretending to be calm water. You've convinced the world that you're fine, while carrying the unbearable weight of expectations, regrets, and unspoken dreams. You've smiled for people who never saw your pain. You've clapped for others while your own soul was starving for applause. You've waited. Oh, God, how you've waited. Waited for the right time, the right chance, the right words, the right love. But here's the punch in the gut. The right moment doesn't exist. The truth? It's already here. It's been knocking for years, disguised as discomfort, failure, loneliness, that aching feeling at night that says, this isn't all there is. But you've gotten so good at silencing it. You've traded your roar for whispers. You've worn masks so long, you forgot what your real face looks like. You buried your calling under convenience. You traded passion for safety. You traded risk for routine. And now you're wondering why your soul feels like it's fading. It's not because you're lost. It's because you've been living beneath your truth. And your truth has claws. It refuses to die quietly. You were not born to live invisible. You were not designed to fit in, follow orders, punch the clock, and die quietly with a heart full of music you never played. You are not some broken machine in need of fixing. You are a universe wrapped in skin. You are storms and sunlight. You are pain and beauty. You are war and peace. You are the story still being written. There's a fire inside you that the world has tried to drown. They told you not to dream too big. They told you to be realistic, to be careful, to be quiet. But inside, you were screaming to be more. And I know you've tried to quiet that scream, to suffocate it with logic, distraction, excuses. But it doesn't go away, does it? Because purpose doesn't die. It waits. And maybe you feel late. Maybe you think you missed your window. But what if I told you you're not late? You're being prepared. Every delay, every failure, every night you thought would break you was not the end. It was the shaping, the refining, the becoming. Every time they walked away, it was a rejection. It was redirection. Every time you fell, it wasn't failure. It was foundation. You are not starting from scratch. You're starting from experience. Battle-tested, scarred, stronger than you think. And that matters. Because real power doesn't come from never falling. It comes from getting up when every part of you is screaming to stay down. You're waiting for life to give you permission. But the permission is in your hands. It always was. You don't need someone else to believe in you. You don't need applause. You don't need a cheer squad. You need a decision. Just one. I'm done pretending. I'm done settling. I'm done being who the world expects me to be. I am becoming who I was meant to be. And that version isn't polite. It doesn't beg for approval. It doesn't wait for the world to catch up. It moves. It creates. It burns. You felt empty because you were never meant to be filled by the world's validation. You felt tired because you've been running from yourself. But what if you stopped? What if, for the first time, you turned inward and listened to the pain, to the dream, to the child you once were who thought they could do anything? That child is still alive in you. The one who wanted to build castles, speak on stages, paint the sky, touch hearts, change the world. They didn't die. They got buried. But guess what? You can dig. You can unearth them. You can be both, the scarred adult and the fearless child, the realist and the dreamer, the broken and the builder, because you are not either slash or. You are everything. You are the question and the answer, the wound and the healer, the silence and the symphony. You are here, not by accident, not by mistake, but with a mission that only you can fulfill. That mission is not in the distance. It is not waiting behind promotion, a title, a relationship, or someday. It is now. It is always now. But you must decide. Are you going to keep sleeping through your calling, or are you going to wake the hell up? You see, the world doesn't need another copy. It doesn't need more noise. It needs you. Raw, real, unapologetic, lit up from inside with something so powerful it terrifies you. That's your sign. The thing that scares you, that's the thing. Run toward it. Speak even if your voice shakes. Love even if your heart has been broken. Move even if your legs tremble. Try even if you failed before. Why? Because it's yours. And no one can take away what was made for you. No one can wear your crown. No one can walk your path. No one can live your legend. So what if they laugh? So what if they doubt you? They're supposed to. You're not doing something ordinary. You're building something sacred. You're rewriting the story. You're flipping the script. And yes, it's hard. Yes, it's scary. But you know what's harder? Regret. Looking back and realizing you were the one who stopped yourself. That the doors never opened because you never knocked. That the dream never lived because you buried it alive. That is pain. That is death while still breathing. But not you. Not now. Not this time. Because this time you say yes. To the fire. To the unknown. To the divine madness of chasing something no one else sees but you. You walk forward, not because you're fearless, but because you refuse to be ruled by fear anymore. You trust your steps, even if the path isn't clear. You trust your voice, even if it shakes. You trust your soul, even when your heart is heavy. And when it gets hard, and it will, you remind yourself, you've been through worse. You survived storms that should have destroyed you. You walked through fire and came out with ashes that made you wiser. You've lost people you thought you couldn't live without. And here you are, still breathing, still standing. That breath, that heartbeat, that's proof you are meant to be here. Still, now, for what's ahead. This is not a feel-good speech. This is a get-up-and-fight speech. This is a shake the soul, break the walls, light the damn fire speech. Because it's not too late. You haven't missed your moment. The world hasn't seen the best of you yet. You don't need more time. You need more truth. And the truth is, you are powerful beyond measure. You are sacred. You are rare. You are the answer to someone else's prayer. You are the sign someone else is waiting for. You are the light in someone else's darkness. But you can't be any of those things if you keep hiding, if you keep doubting, if you keep waiting. So let me ask you again, what if your greatest version is still buried beneath everything you were too afraid to become? And what if you chose to become it?